Yes, then what you're saying, welcome back to the channel and back to this F1 season of my team career mode. Now, if you haven't seen the last episode, be sure to check that one out before you check this one out, so you can see what we got up to in the first race. And not a bad first race it was for us as a team. We're looking to progress now as we carry on that run of form, hopefully, as we're just setting up a few bits and bobs in the calendar, what we're going to get up to in the next few days, boost our team, our money, our funds, and all that good stuff. So there you are, getting all the money and everything come through, but we get a notification to say that one of our parts has failed, so that's not ideal. We was hoping to get a few upgrades to keep the car in competitive specs, but that's not going to be the case, and we're going to have to pay again to redo that one, unfortunately. There's a confirmation of the rear floor failed. So again, because obviously everything is spec 1 or not even spec 1 yet, we're going to have these issues a lot at the start of the season. As we look at the R&D performance chart, we are firmly rock bottom. Not far off AlphaTauri, but yeah, still last, which isn't great for us, and we hope to progress up through that. So we're going to look to do a few more upgrades. Obviously we've redone the bottom of the floor, and we're going to do rear wing and maybe a couple engine parts as well. I mean, like I said, we got the Red Bull engine, so it's not a bad engine to start off with, but it's all about just keeping the momentum up and keeping the upgrades going. So as I mentioned about the specs, yeah, the only spec one we have is on the powertrain, but we're going to look to upgrade the aerodynamics now. We're not going to get it to spec 1 just yet, but we just need to build upgrades. I decided to go for quality control because obviously we're going to need quality, otherwise the parts will just keep failing like that. We don't need to rush them because otherwise, you know, they're going to fail more frequently. And plus I couldn't afford most of the other upgrades anyway. So this is one of our first decisions we have to make. We have to choose whether we want our second driver to get better pace or better awareness. And I go for pace because I just think he was last. I know we haven't got the best car, but he was last, so we need to bump his pace up as we look forward to the next race weekend in Jeddah. Without further ado, we're going to get straight into it, straight out. I know the track is very green right now, but I just like the open space. I think there's less chance of running into traffic. It will slow us down less. So, yeah, let's get a few laps under our belts and see where we can. Obviously, like last time out, I did just scrape into a few bottom end of the points, so we're looking to hopefully do that again this race. As we're coming round the last bend on a flying lap now, a couple of greens for us. I just knocked the front wing on the way out though, so that is going to hinder us, and I'm going to have to pit after this. And I go second for now, which is not bad. I go above Norris actually, so yeah, not all bad. But there's the confirmation of we're going to have to get the car repaired, which has set us back a little, but we are slowly moving down the grid. So yeah, it set us back, but I fast forwarded through because I didn't actually drop that far, and I'm in 7th, and that was easily through the first round of qualifying, so I didn't even need to go out again and worry about wasting more tyre life. But yeah, Porsche is last again. Yeah, although we did the pace thing, it's still not worked out for him, so I guess we're going to have to keep working on this car to give him a better car and give him a better opportunity of maybe fighting for some points like we did in the first race. As again we're coming out the last corner, bit of a wiggle on out the first corner on the flying lap. What can we do? Fastest, but that's because no one's set a lap yet. So and then Russell sets a fastest lap straight after I say that. Followed by Perez, so it's all going on. I wasn't satisfied with the lap. I think there was more in it. as we're coming around again, we're near enough a half a second up on the time, maybe slightly over. So this could be, can we get anything more from this? We're in 6th currently. No, we improved the time, but we didn't improve the position. But hopefully we just bank in that position and stay in through for the next one. But again, I decided to go on another lap. But as you can see, a lot of traffic in my way, and I'm struggling to make much more time up this time, as we are in the drop zone now for the first time. We're 11th just, but I've managed to get 0.1 of a second up. Is this enough to put us in the top 10? And yes, it is. Just got 10th, and I think no one else is on a faster run behind me, I'm hoping. And I go on another insurance lap, but again, I'm just way off the pace this time, so it's not even worth me putting a lap down. But we are in 10th, so that should hopefully be enough to see us through. And as we come through, and wait for it, are we 10th still? Yes, somehow we managed to keep the 10th, so we're into 3rd round of qualifying for the first time this season, luckily. But yeah, again, we're outperforming Porsche by a lot, so maybe I'm a good qualifier, maybe he's not got the car quite for him, he's just taking a while to settle in, because this is his first season in F1, remember, so he's getting used to F1 as much as he's getting used to the car as well. So into Q3, where can we put ourselves on the grid this time? Again, I think I'm the first one out, I don't think anyone else has set a time, so let's see what sort of time we can put down. And again, fastest, but like I say, no one else has put another lap out, so 1:32 on that one. And yeah, I somehow damaged the car. I don't quite remember what I did, but I managed to damage the car again, which has set us back a little. But we're still flying high in P4, so I was quite satisfied with my qualifying and didn't bother going out again until I thought save the car, save the tyres, and we get P7. So that's a fantastic second qualifying for us. And can we bank on this, and can we progress anywhere further? Can we hold this P7 for the race? Find out next.
Good morning, good afternoon, or for us, good evening, as we're under the night lights of Jeddah. The floodlights are on, and so is the pressure here at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah street circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Verstappen, Dynamo, Russell, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Joe, Stroll, Tsunoda, Ocon, Albon, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Sargent, and Théo Pourchaire. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Anthony Davidson will be sharing his insight alongside me once again today. What should we be looking out for, Ant? Can we begin by having a chat about Charles Leclerc?
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? One more thing to consider is the strategy element. How far can the drivers push these tyres, and who's going to blink first for fresh rubber? It'll be interesting to see if the leaders have to compromise their plan to cover off the cars behind them.
As we look upon the strategy for this race, it's going to be a one-stop race. It's going to be mediums onto the hards, and obviously, as you well know, I went really well on the hards in the first race, so I'll be excited to get into those as sooner rather than later. So as we get the warm-up lap underway, what can we take from this P7? Are we just going to slip down? Can we keep hold of it? Can we make it a dive bomb McGee like we did last race, as we just checking Verstappen, seeing what he's saying down the inside. Yeah, so Verstappen's a bit low in P6. Don't know if we'll get him off the bat. He's never usually great at starting, but even if we do get past him, I don't think we'll keep the position. But we can try. We can see what will happen as we try and get the perfect grid slot position as we do. There you go. Love it. I know Teo probably won't get into the points, but if he can at least try and get up the grid, that would be a blessing as well. As being further up, you actually have to wait a little longer for this grid light sequence. But as we're 5 red lights and we're underway, go, 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 go. Can we make a bank of it? Yes, we got Verstappen off the start. I said he's not good at starting, and we're going to make a dive bomb down the inside. And we make another position in front of Hamilton, and that is P5 for us straight off the bat. Can we hold this though? We got 2 former champions behind us. I don't know how well this is going to work. This track has been hard for me as I go wide because I get all excited and with this high lofty P5. But it doesn't take long for us to come under pressure, and Hamilton sends one to the inside. And yeah, sends that through to the shops, and he's gone. That's as we get a little wobble for good luck out the way. And my engineer thinks I can get him back, but I think that's it. I don't think we'll be seeing him anytime soon. And now Alonso's trying to check us on as we run side by side, wheel to wheel, close between the two of us. And I started to come back, but he's coming back to us. It's an absolute ding dong battle straight off the bat. And he breaks earliest, and we're going to hold the position temporarily for now in the P7. I just realised somewhere along the line as well, Verstappen got ahead of us quite easily. I don't know how that happened. As we get, again, wheel spin coming out, and Alonso's going to then try and get us again round the outside, and yep, does this time. And he parks the bus right in front of us, and it's quite quickly going backwards. And my engineer really wants me to get the place back, as we're going to try. We're going to sit right up his gearbox, get the DRS and the extra battery power as we look, but no, he sweeps round in front of us and I get spooked. There was no way I was going into that because I just had my wing taken off. But coming down the back straight now, we're looking to close on Alonso. Can we do him under brakes? We send one to the inside. He didn't know it was and straight we have the position back. Thank you very much. That was a late lunge, but Alonso left the space, so I just take the opportunity to make my usual dive bomb McGee. But again, he's going to look to go round us. Oh no, sorry, it's Gasly trying to look to go round the outside of us now. So Alonso has dropped place to Gasly, but Gasly, unfortunately for his sake, can't get past us now, and we hold the P7 firmly in our grasp. I thought he might try and come back down with the dive. He gets close, but it doesn't happen for him, unfortunately. And we get a yellow flag, but it's clear, so it must have been something behind us, I assume. And yeah, yellow flag again, so something's happening behind us. Unfortunately, I didn't have the replay for whatever reason for this, but Zhou is out, so I think that was car failure because there was no issues with anyone else. So I think that was all on his own accord, just slowed up and pulled to one side. As Gasly's now taken us easily round the outside there, swoops round and takes a position. Again, what is with these tyres? Out that same bend every time. I don't know if I'm putting the power down too early or what is going on with these tyres. I cannot make it work out that corner and just slide, and just again, Gasly's just checked out and got the position easily. Now Alonso wants a piece of that action. He's going to look to do it. He hits me. I'm sure he hits me. My floor is damaged. He's damaged my floor, and I just send one down the inside because I'm so peeved off that he's hit me and damaged my underfloors that I just send one to the inside and say, no, you're not having that position, and I'm going to keep that for now. But that's going to hinder us for the rest of the race now then, unfortunately. So is this going to affect us? It depends how damaged it was. It was only yellow, so he might get away with it, hopefully, but that's not going to be great because we've got a lot of this race to go, as now Norris is chucking one round the outside again on that corner, but we've managed to do it again. But no, we keep just sliding out this bend, but we managed to keep the position this time. But yeah, that corner, we're just struggling really with it, and Norris again's trying to try around the outside, pushes me wide, but I keep the position for now as we go on to the back straight again. I'm just using the battery up a little bit as we pull away round the bends, just to kind of get a good gap before he gets the DRS. And now he sends one to the inside. This might be it for him now, and yeah, that's him checked through. We're going to try and stick up his gearbox though and get it back using the DRS, because luckily he passed me in the correct place, so then I got the DRS instead of him. We look to be round the outside, and I think we've checked that out. Yep, we've got that position back, so again we're going to hold it for now. And again on the back straight, Norris is going to look to sweep it round the outside this time rather than the inside, and easily pulls in front of us, unfortunately. Again, I think that position's gone for now. Again, the engineer thinks I can get him, but I don't think so. Then as we cut shortly ahead, Alonso again is trying to get this position back. He keeps losing places, but he really wants to just have this place of mine, but he can't have it as he forces me off wide, and I have to brake, otherwise it would be a massive crash there. So that's annoying for my sake, because I had to back out of it. As we look now, we've got a truly train-esque kind of deal going on here right behind me, because I'm fending so hard against Alonso, who did unfortunately get ahead of us because I had to back out of it. And now we've got an absolute queue behind us waiting to try and nab my position, and I'm just going to park the bus, to be honest, and try and stay in the top 10 positions as much as I can, as now Tsunoda looks to swing one round the outside going into the last bend. Can he do it? We're going to keep on the inside and try and keep that position as we cut to George Russell and Piastri having a ding-dong battle, and Piastri's down the inside. I think he was ahead initially. I think Russell is now trying to take the place off him, which unfortunately can't make it stick, and Piastri keeps it ahead for now. As we cut back to our race, Tsunoda is now again trying to look round the outside. Can he bank that position? But no, I'm still there, and he sweeps tucks round underside me, and we're going to use the battery and just pull ahead again, because we're very good off the corners. We're like, our top speed isn't great, as Tsunoda again tries and closes down on us, but our pace out the corners is brilliant. Like, that's why we're so good at trying to hold these positions, because we can get the drive off the corners. And again, Tsunoda's looking to try and take it off here as he tries and squeeze me, and I squeeze him back because he nearly shunted me in the wall, so I shunted him wide. And I'm saying thank you very much, give me that place, you're not having it off me just yet. As now Hamilton is looking up Tsunoda's gearbox, swings out round the outside. Can he make it stick? No, Tsunoda's going to try and keep it there. And I think he does for now. Yeah, does keep it just in the head of Hamilton. So Hamilton's really dropped off after we got that position earlier. Perez is looking for the lead on Leclerc, and it looks like he can do it with that pace that Red Bull has, as we've seen of late. But Leclerc's not going to give it to him without a fight, and keeps it round the outside. And again, just like Piastri managed to do with Russell, he keeps it ahead. And speaking of which, Russell is still trying to get past Piastri round the outside down to the first corner. Can Piastri do what Leclerc just done and what he did on a lap prior? He's going to try it. And again, yes, he keeps it ahead of Russell. So it seems like the people that, if you can keep the car down there, you can keep hold of the position. And so we look, and what the hell is Ricciardo doing here? He just sends one round the outside past a load of people and just thrashes into the side of it. As Stroll is now going to look to pit, so I don't know if Ricciardo's damaged him or what. And we cut to Sainz, who is very far down. I believe he has made a pit stop, and this is why he's just trying to fight his way back up. And we cut into Porsche as we get in a bit of action for him, and he's not actually last. I know we missing one person, but Stroll and a couple other people pitting, he's not actually last, and he's getting stuck in. As Sainz absolutely send one down Albon, that's easy. You can tell he's on the fresh tyres, as he's just easily getting past all these back markers. It's not going to help him, it's going to hinder him, if anything, being this far down, trying to battle through his way up the grid. As we're now again with the Perez and Leclerc battle, Perez again tries round the outside, but I don't think he's going to make that work, as Leclerc keeps it ahead going down the start-finish line, and Perez is going to close, use that Red Bull power to close up, go round the outside again. Can he make it work this time? I don't think he's going to. Leclerc's going to try and squeeze in for measure, and yeah, Leclerc keeps ahead again. So it seems like most people are able to keep that position. As we cut to Hamilton, he absolutely sends one, uses my kind of tactic of just sending one late, and near enough hits me there. While we watch Porsche, I believe, trying to get an undercut, because he's in a good battle here and he's trying to get an undercut as he pits onto those medium tyres, and that is going to put him out last, I believe, because Stroll has gone through. There's Tsunoda, who was in the pits in front of him, so yeah, that puts Porsche last, but hopefully with the fresher tyres he gets the undercut and can get ahead. And as we look, and Leclerc and Verstappen are both in, so that means Perez is going to temporarily take the lead for now, and this is going to be close between Ferrari and Red Bull, who can get their car serviced and out quicker. So they're both in. Those are going to be, I think, Leclerc's slow and he's been held up, and Verstappen jumps ahead of a position in front of Leclerc. That's going to really hurt Ferrari, but it's going to be fantastic for Red Bull, and Verstappen hopefully should take the lead here for his sake, and get the undercut on his teammate, unless Perez can get a very good flying out lap. Or in lap, sorry, for Perez. Verstappen is the one that needs a good out lap, as I drift the car wide there. The tyres are definitely on their way out, and Hamilton's looking to take the position, but I cut across because I am just trying to get in the pits, get rid of these mediums because they haven't been serving me well. And look at the amount of cars in behind me, so I'm going to have a high look at that, just choo-choo train coming through of cars like all together, and I really need to go pits up here to get in front of all these. Otherwise, if I get held by one, I think I get held by all of them. So hopefully my team can service me quick. We've got the tyres on. Go, 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 go. Come on. Fantastic. Yes, we're out in front of Hamilton. That's fantastic pit stop from our team. They've managed to service the car quick and get us out ahead. As we're watching Gasly, who's currently in the lead. However, he hasn't pit. So it's nice to see him up in the lead, someone different, but that's unlikely to stay for his sake, as we cut back into the action with me, with all these cars still up my gearbox, sniffing round, trying to maybe find a move somewhere, but I'm going to hold it now because I am on my hard tyres, which really worked for me in the last race, so I'm going to hope they do the same again for us. And Porsche, again, yes, he has jumped a couple positions, so he did get the undercut on Sargent, Bottas and Magnussen, so that's fantastic for him, and he's right in the middle of that action, and it's nice to see him actually fighting for positions and hopefully maybe not actually come lastest. While Ricciardo looks to sweep right round the outside of Hamilton, so Hamilton really not going well this race at all, as Ricciardo swept one round the outside. And now we look again at the Russell and Piastri battle, and he is now ahead, I believe, going round to the last bend. And yeah, that is him in the that lead for that battle. And we cut to Verstappen, who easily gets past Gasly because he is on those fresher tyres. That was obvious it's going to happen. I'm surprised he still hasn't pit yet, Gasly, because again he's going to lose another position now to Leclerc, who easily sweeps round the outside of him, and it's beyond time for Gasly to pit because now Perez is going to sniff in and chip in a bit of that action, as he's currently being held up by him, but I can imagine here he must get the position as Perez goes around the outside. Gasly's trying to defend the position, but it's just pointless. He's on these old medium tyres and he's just losing position after position, and this is just got to be hindering his race. If anything, it's not helping him at all. And look at all these cars together. How often do you get so many cars together? And again, we're on board with the Piastri-Russell battle. Piastri's looking to take the position back round the outside. He did lose it for a bit, but he's got it back again. So it's a fantastic battle between these two. Speaking of battles, we've got Ricciardo down our inside, absolute dive bombing us. We missed Tsunoda getting past us, so he's already got past us. And again, I used that drive and the tyres to pull ahead of Ricciardo. And now Hamilton's trying to look at getting in on the action as he goes past one, goes past two, or at least he tries down the inside. We're going to hold it again as we watch from Porsche's point of view. And I think you can see me ahead. Yep, I managed to make the move stick, but Porsche is not far behind us, so we're kind of where the car wants to be, as he's maybe going to lose a position now to Hulkenberg, who where the hell does he come from? Like a rocket ship, sweeps round Porsche and is looking to get around the outside of Ricciardo as well. So that Haas is going quite well currently for him. But yeah, again, like I say, Porsche only a couple positions behind us. So I think our team is definitely where it needs to be, where it wants to be. Well, I want to be higher, but that we're doing to the best of this car's ability for now. While we ride on board with my favourite battle this race, it's Russell again sniffing up behind Piastri, goes around the outside. Can he make it stick though? We've seen this, he tried many times, but every single time it's not worked yet. And again, it's not going to work again. So Piastri very good on that outside as Gasly finally gets rid of those tyres. So he's done a long stint and gone on to the soft. So running a different race, it seems, to everyone else. And again, we go back to the action between Russell and Piastri. Russell looks to have it now as he goes down that main straight, and he's already checked it out and managed to pull a gap. Well, we're looking, it's going 3, maybe even 4 wide nearly down between these cars. It's very close, but it's very fair racing. No hitting, no love taps, none of that sort of stuff. Very fair racing, just chopping and changing. You can't make up your mind between who's ahead. It just changes at every single bend near enough as we look. And Piastri is in, but he's changing his front wing. Him and Russell must have hit each other or something, or he's hit a wall. And that is going to ruin the battle between Russell and Piastri we've been watching. So that's so unfortunate for Piastri, because we was really enjoying that battle. And it was a great battle for P4 and P5. They wasn't for top 3, as Norris has spun, I think, or crashed out or something, because he's facing the wrong way on the side of the track. As I get the yellow flag now on board as I came through, this is when I got the first sight of it, and he's not there now. So he's managed to get the car underway as we can see him ahead, and we're going to try and close up and hope maybe he's got damage and get that place back maybe. But yeah, missed what happened there. So we cut back to the replay, and he just puts the power down, gets too much power and spins one. But good for him for backing it up, trying to get out of the way off the racing line, so no one hits him, especially his teammate who comes out right in front of him, and he just waits and waits for ages trying to find a clear bit of road, which is really good for him. He wasn't too hectic at getting back in. He joined back safely. Unfortunately, in front of us, it would have been nicer if he waited a bit longer, but such is life. But at this point, I could tell he obviously had no damage on the car, and you could see that from the replay, but I didn't know on board at the card time because he is checked out and he's got well away from us. As we're now watching Piastri fighting again with Alonso this time. So unfortunately, we're not watching the Russell Piastri battle, but Piastri is trying to get back up to that position as we're with Perez again trying to get ahead of Leclerc, but not for P1 anymore. It's for P2 because Verstappen is well and truly checked out and in P1 easily now, and Perez is bagged at P1 and P2 for now, as Sainz still try to get something from this race as he sweeps round Alonso and parks a bus right in front of him, and that is P7 for him. So yeah, very low for him unfortunately, but he is trying to slowly get his way back up the top there and there. Going back down the main straight with us then, we get a caution over the radio from our engineer and a yellow flag. So again, someone's off, and oh, it's Tsunoda. Tsunoda's not got a front wing, I don't think. So what again happened to him there? And it's false course safety car, so does that mean he can't get going? I don't know, I thought it just looked like his wing was off, but maybe he's knocked a corner off or something, I'm not sure, but he was stuck there, and now it's going to be a full course safety car. It's annoying for us because we're not going to get a free pit stop, so we don't need to pit again, but hopefully we can just save a bit of fuel and battery as we watch. And it's almost a carbon copy of Norris's crash. He hits the wing, gets going again, and then stops again. So I don't know what that's all about. And I don't know if he moves again. I don't know if he tried moving and found something broke on the car or what, but he's going to drop right down near enough to last. But he does get underway again, so I guess the safety car is out for all the debris on track or something. Going through though, I was trying to go slow, but it's then saying that they've got no delta time, so I'm trying to catch up to Norris, and I've got a car right up the arse with Ocon. So I'm really confused at this point because I'm near enough basically racing back to full speed. It wasn't until I took to the replay that I actually found out the safety car was out, because I was starting to think the safety car wasn't out at all. Um, Even like Gasly P5 is nowhere near the safety car, and Alonso's slowing down. His engine's gone. It's gone. It's blown up in smokes, and this could prolong the safety car period unless he can pull off in a decent position as the cars start flying through. And it looks like he can pull off, so it depends if they can recover that car easy. They should be able to there, and eventually we look at this. We've just got a queue of cars behind me, and they've all got up the coast, and there's no one in front of me because I'm just going back to full race speed again, trying to catch up, which I just thought was ridiculous. I thought this is the whole point in delta times and all that lot. So I was so confused at what was going on. I almost thought the safety car wasn't out, although it was telling me to catch the safety car queue. So it must be out. This is what I was thinking anyway while I was on board, because obviously I didn't know until the replays whereabouts the safety car was and actually knew if it was out or not. You can see, look, I'm just absolutely going for it. I've saved full battery and saved a lot of petrol trying to do this though, and finally we've caught the back of Norris, so that's about time we've actually managed to catch up to the rest of the grid, and then we can save the tyres a bit, because we haven't really been saving the tyres because we've been pushing so hard trying to get back to this queue. It's nice to save battery and fuel, but yeah, could have done with saving some tyres to go on this battle for against Norris and that, and try and maybe get somewhere. So after all of that, the safety car is in this lap, all that pushing, we barely get any time behind to sort of cool down, reset ourselves and save tyres, and there they go, the lights are out on the safety car, that's gone. So Verstappen is going to control this restart now as we go around the last bend. So what can we get from the start? Can we maybe do a good old fashioned dive bomb down the inside? I mean, we're down in 10th, so we're in the points paying positions, but we have lost a few from where we started on the grid, and I think Verstappen's gone already. Yes, he's gone. So we're back to green lights condition and green flag condition, and can we get anything from this? It looks like Verstappen is gonna easily keep the lead now, as now we look back on the replay for me, as Norris nearly just brake checks me. I nearly shunted him out the rear because I was just starting to speed up, and then he just slowed down right in front of me, and I just absolutely send one down the inside on nearly three cars as we fight Sainz off and get round him, who's got the fastest lap of the race. So well done to him. And now we go on to the last lap, sorry, and hopefully maybe we can see this out in P7. We're going to struggle because Sainz has been really fighting his way up, and obviously that's why he's got a fast lap going for it. And coming through to the bend, he hits me. You're going to have to watch a replay, but look, he just accelerates into my gearbox and just hits me, and he's broken a bit off his wing there. Like, what the hell was he thinking? Oh no, he's broken his whole wing off, and that's going to be tough for him to... He's going to have to try and nurse the car around now for the rest of this lap. He's got about half of the lap still to go, and he's got to try and nurse that car home as we're going to come round. And because he hit us, that means we're going to just keep this P7, and we're back to where we started. And it's not a bad finish position. As Verstappen gets a win, we get P7, and what a great finish that is for us. So not bad at all. P7 again. I think we got P7 in the last one. So Hulkenberg gets the driver of the day. So well done to him. And Sainz manages just to keep that position.
Race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. So then,
So there we have it, the confirmation. I started 7th, finished 7th, and like I say, Carlos Sainz managed to bring it home, but also got a fastest lap still, so he managed to hold on to that quite easily. But yeah, he managed to nurse the car home in front of Norris, surprisingly, and everyone else, to get that P8, and then Stroll brings up the last points podium position in P10. So Red Bull 1-2, that's fantastic result for the both of them. And we look down through the finishing positions, and Lewis Hamilton was very disappointing in P13 there. He lost quite a few positions, but Théo Pourchaire, not a bad finishing position for him at all. He wasn't last, so that is great finish for him. And we're P8 in the driver's stand-ins after 2 races, and we're P6 as a team with 11 points. That's all solely from me, so no thanks to Teo just yet, but if we keep building the car, maybe he can help us go further. But that will be the end of this episode, so if you enjoy, be sure to bosh that like button and then wallop the subscribe button to come back to see more and follow this series and see if we can get Teo into the points and improve the car. But until next one, I'll see you on the Blizzle. Cheers and peace.